back to Athletic Every Day, day number 121. This workout, I was debating on whether or not to do it in the morning before work or after work, and as you can tell here, I did it after work. I wasn't really feeling particularly strong at this point. I think over the last few days, last few weeks, I don't even know if it's just like emotionally draining, after going through a breakup, or, I was speaking to my friend last night before this workout actually. And he mentioned to me, like, what you're going through right now, like, it's perfectly normal after a breakup. Like, you're literally, your hormones are changing. Your whole, like, body is changing as a reaction to those emotions. And you have to sort of cut yourself a little bit of slack here. And, it's very easy to, especially when you're, very driven, or you're very sort of, I guess, purpose focused or task oriented, which is, what I am with these workouts, just trying to get them in, I do them every single day, trying to be as consistent as possible. It's very easy to not cut yourself any slack and to not be kind to yourself, or to just be very, very excessively harsh on yourself, trying to make sure that you're always perfect. And I think that can actually be, rather counterintuitively, a way that actually prevents progress. Sometimes making progress is actually allowing yourself to not do a heavier workout, to not do a harder workout, just to do an easier workout. And so that's what I was doing in this workout. I just said I want to just make sure that my split jerk form is really, really good. I don't care what weight I get up to, because otherwise I'm just going to beat myself up that form's not good on the higher weight. Why don't I just keep the weight at 60, focus on some jerk balances, making sure that the distance that I step out is consistent and it's the distance that I'm going to do when I do a regular split jerk, and then just do the exact same weight and see if I can replicate that same catch position with the feet, making sure that I'm getting a little bit of internal rotation on that back hip so that my back foot is on the knife edge, and the same thing with the front foot, a little bit of internal rotation, well, a little bit of turning the foot in, so eversion, I think that's called, when you turn the foot in, and then trying to push the knee out. So you want to have the toe pointed inwards and the knee pointing outwards to get that most stability. And also making sure that the feet are wide enough apart as well. You're not just trying to jump forward into that line, you're sort of jumping up and out a little bit as well. And I think that did work for this workout. I mean, it's only 60 kilos. Obviously, it's very easy. I can strict press this for 5 reps. So it's obviously not a big deal that I'm doing 60 kilos with great form in terms of actually pushing heavier weight. But it is a big deal because I actually felt like the form was feeling good, and these reps were also feeling really good. The positions felt good. It felt like the lockout position overhead was really nice. Obviously, it's lighter weight, but I think this is a win for me, this workout. I was kind of dreading coming into this workout because I was planning on doing 6 sets of 4, and ordinarily I would try and do that with like 90, and in my head I was like, oh, just push it to see if you can do 95, 100. And again, that is, if you're being serious with yourself, that is ego lifting, and we all have a tendency to do that. If you're, again, very purpose driven, task oriented, always wanting to drive and improve, if you take that to an excess and your form is not technically sound, then it will lead to injury, and it will lead to not even maybe major injuries, just overuse injuries, specific parts of your body that are taking too much load because your form is non-optimal. And then as a result, you are not able to train long term. Guys, I'm hoping to do this for many years to come. I'm inspired by Ivan. Ivan's on, squat every day. He's on day 1300 or 1200 or wherever he's at. And he doesn't get that by going, he does go very heavy every day, but his form is very competent and he knows what his limits are. I'm only on day 121 now, guys. I'm still feeling up my limits, and I need to know when it is the right time to actually push weight, and when it is the right time to focus in and knuckle down on form. And as you guys know, I'm not even focusing on upper body movements. I said previously in another video the other day, upper body movements are taking a back seat, and that is pretty much what this workout was, the epitome of. You can't just push trying to improve all of your skills all at once. You can't improve each one of these skills, muscle ups, split jerks, snatch. I haven't even done snatch for a few weeks now, for a few months even, sorry. Last time I touched a barbell to snatch was when I maxed it out to do 100 kilos. So, or maybe it was a few days after that, but the point I'm trying to make here is that it's very, very difficult. In fact, I would argue actually impossible to master many, many different high demanding, highly technical skills all at once. You can't become a master at doing muscle ups and doing tricking and doing sprinting and doing vertical jump all at the same time. You have to pick one or two. And I think already right now, the way I'm doing my training, where I'm sort of doing 4 lower body days a week where I focus on vertical jump and trying to optimize for that, and then doing sort of calisthenics and upper body movements on the other days, it may or may not already be a little bit too much. I don't personally feel like it has been. In fact, today at work, when I was really bored, didn't have much to do, I decided to do my own measurement. We have like a really in-depth like body fat scale, and we also have a way to measure muscle mass, circumferences. I actually noticed that in the month since I've last done it, I've actually lost a little bit of body fat and also gained a little bit of muscle mass, and I have no idea how that's happened. I'm just overall my body. I think it's probably because I've started to incorporate more full range of motion squats. Maybe I've got the hormonal benefit from that as well. But currently, guys, right now I am down to 11.1% body fat according to 96% accurate body fat scale. So that is really good. And I think it is because I am trying to spin too many plates with my training. My body's just like, what the actual fuck? We just need to optimize for this, reduce body fat. We need to, increase the amount of lean muscle mass that this dude has because he is trying to do something athletic and fucking crazy with his body. So let's try and get out of his way and do that. But I was genuinely thinking I might have lost a bit of weight over the last few weeks, but I've just sort of stayed at around the sort of 85, 86 kilo mark. That's where I'm at right now with my size. So yeah, I mean, I think in terms of vertical jump, that would make sense. You don't really want to be too heavy. You don't want to be too, fat doesn't fly. That's the phrase. Every ounce of body fat that you have, more than you need to be healthy, is really just dead weight that you don't need to be carrying because that's the equation. Force equals mass times acceleration. If you have more mass, then same amount of acceleration, you're not going to produce as much force, and therefore you are not going to leave the ground as high. Anyway, guys, that's my rant for today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.